Yo, what up, tubers? Back for some more drafting on Magic Online, some more Double Masters, some more awesomeness, some more 5-color rampy fun stuff, maybe? I don't know. We'll jump into our pack, see what we opened up. Darksteel Plate as one of our rares, and then the other being the Hostage Taker. Definitely going to be taking Hostage Taker. No matter what we end up doing, that card is just way, way too strong otherwise. Good cards in this pack include, Devoted Druid's pretty good. Mtgo Witch is pretty good, especially with the Hostage Taker. Rejuvenator's pretty good. Sky Knight's decent. A land. Relief Captain's solid. So let's go ahead and just take the Hostage Taker as our first card and then decide what we want to do secondary. Could see taking the Mtgo Witch, and there is a good blink flicker strategy in the format. But I think I'll actually like taking the Elvish Rejuvenator here instead. We've been doing some non-rampy decks lately, and so I kind of want to go back and maybe do some fun ramp stuff. Just take all the good ramp cards, all the Karus, all the big top-end splashes, see where we can go with that instead. As we get past, okay, so somebody passed the Dramoka's Command and the Leonin Arbiter. Remember, all of these cards are going to be reprints, so I'm not going to highlight every single card as they are not new. They have either been printed at least once or multiple times, depending on the card. The only one that is not a reprint is the land that's in every pack, the Cryptic Spires. So that makes splashing super easy and playing multiple colors a lot easier. I'm actually just going to take the Rampant Growth here. This is, I think, the least effective of the ramp effects that you can pick up. The other two best ones, I think, being Coiling Oracle and Rejuvenator. But I mean, we just passed Devoted Druid, but that's a uncommon. As far as the common ramp cards are concerned, I think this is the worst among them. But good enough here for me to take. There's nothing like super strong otherwise individually. So we will just continue down that ramp path. What is this? Warrior's Oath. Okay, this is a final fortune. I don't know what this one was printed in, but it's clearly a reprint as well. Yeah, take an extra turn. At the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. Kind of funny. Looks like we just have another Elvish Rejuvenator here. I think another good pickup would be the Orzhov Basilica. These are what we call the Karu lands, of course. If you remember Karu from... Is it from Legends? I don't remember where Karu was printed, but the original was a land that added white and had basically the same ability where you have to bounce a land to your hand and it adds 2 mana. Reinforcement's fantastic for the red-white. Agni Warp solid removal. Yeah, just an easy another Rejuvenator here for me. This pack's pretty weak overall. I think the best pick is probably just the Webweaver Changeling. This is quite an all-star versus all of the aggressive decks you can do in this format, especially if you do end up getting a bunch of Rejuvenators and Coiling Oracles. Then it's not too hard to get the ETB of 3 creatures in your graveyard for 5 extra life, so don't mind having one of these here. And again, not too much else in this pack anyways. Ooh, a Skin Render. Okay, this is a solid pack. We have 2 cards that I would really, really like, and then a few others that I wouldn't mind taking. Cryptic Spires are always going to be safe picks. There's like an Augur Spree here for some removal, and then we have Skin Render and Annoyed Altasaur. I'm going to go with the Skin Render here. It's uncommon, so it's less likely to be picked up, and removal is pretty clutch in these strategies. But you can get a bunch of good removal, but this is clearly, one of the better removal spells that you can get. Yeah, Skin Render over Annoyed Altasaur. Keep it going. I don't know why this card always gets passed super late. It's a 6-mana 5/5 flyer, and the ability... I mean, it can frequently just be upside more than any amount of downside. Only other choice here for me, I think, would be like the Either Snipes. And it's possible Either Snipe is a better pickup than Arjun in this deck, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take the big old 5/5 flyer. Oh, Phyrexian Tyranny, that's a fun one. Cryptic Spires here versus like Glowspore Shaman or a Deadly Recluse. Both of these are solid. They act as good early game defensive creatures more than anything, because Glowspore Shaman obviously can trade up a lot of the time. I think we just want to take Cryptic Spires here, though. In a Masters format like this, you're never aching for playables. I know I say it all the time, but lands are high pickups, partially because of that fact. Wow. Really, really good 8th pick here. So this is card number 9, but remember, this is still our 8th pick since we took 2 cards in the first pack. Body doubles solid in this format. I've been really impressed by it. Another either snipe. I mean, the fixing on Firemind Vessel is not awful. Rift Bolt also good, cheap removal if we wanted to. Yeah, I could see taking any 4 of those cards, no problem. I guess we probably want to stay baseline Sultai if possible, so maybe just taking the snipes now makes the most sense, but that is a late bolt. Just take the Quaddle here for sideboard. Well, that or the, I guess, Severed Strands. Oh, maybe the Severed Strands is better. You can pick up Quaddles anytime. They go super, super late, but if you are in a blue-green ramp deck, these can just act as decent removal spells, but I think the Strands is slightly better to take there. Even if we don't end up main decking it, the plan is going to be to get a bunch of those cheap mana dorks that you don't mind sacking off anyways, so. Not bad, not bad. So we have 3 pieces of ramp right now, and then 5 creatures-ish, but 2 of them act as removal spells, so that's pretty good. Okay, the next pack, what do we got here? I guess Ingenious Scab is not a bad blocker. If we end up in blue, Surreal Memoir can be fun, but it's not going to be at its best in this style of deck. Unless, I mean, there's still 2 packs to go. It could be okay. Sensor Splice are always decent as well, especially if you have some ways to get some value out of it. Maybe you pick up like a Settle Beyond Reality or some other flicker effects. Not the best pack one I've ever seen, but not bad. I think the 2 Rejuvenators and the Rampant Growth are surprisingly good here. Oh, wow, we wield a Ground Assault. Actually, I didn't even notice this in this pack originally. Oh, this is the pack with the Warrior's Oath. Okay. Another Vessel as well. Yeah, 2 mana removal is good. So this looks really similar to a lot of my green-based ramp decks in this format. We're looking for those Karoos, but can't always get them. None of these packs, or none of these cards matter here. Can't expect we're going to get anything in the last couple of picks. But you never know. So some number of like Grapple with the Past. Actually, that's not too bad. That's similar to Grapple of the Past. Forbidden Alchemy can dig us deeper while also putting cards in our graveyard, which is relevant for Changeling. And then maybe if I get some of the Reanimate effects in the format. Okay, pack number 2 opened a Judith. Very scary card. Not the choice for us, though. Looks like we have a Dimir Aqueduct. That's a slam dunk. And then the choice between like a River Hoopoe and a Prophetic Bolt. Both pretty darn solid. Easy choice here being the Aqueduct as the first one. Definitely need one of those lands. And then Hoopoe or Prof Bolt. I'm not sure. Both are good. I guess I'd rather go with the cheaper card, and this one can help us stabilize. Also a nice mana sink in the late game, something to do a lot, or with a lot of your manas. Yeah, we'll take Hoopoe over Prof Bolt. Good first pick, or first picks, I guess. Okay, getting past a Thraxamundar. That's a pretty good top-end card. Definitely think that's worth taking. 7 mana, 6/6 haste. Whenever it attacks, defending player sacks a creature. And then whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay. Pretty good. What else do we have here? Spires, Seeker Squire good, Mana Leak, Deep Analysis, Altasaur. All very, very good here. I think I like taking the Thraxamundar. Though I will say this. I would not be surprised if it's actually better just to take the Altasaurs. Because these are much better defensively, and they cost the same amount. Right? They're both 7 mana. But this is such Actually, you know what? This is such a better stabilizer. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just always the right pick. And we have nothing but decent hits right now anyways, except maybe for this rampant growth. I think that's worth it. Another really solid pack here. We get another Elvish Rejuvenator. I'm going to take as many of these as I can get. Passing a Fiery Justice. Don't have any white right now, but that is a good removal spell, certainly. Another Deep Analysis, Rift Bolt, Squire. I think this is just an easy Rejuvenator, although I will want to pick up some number of good card draw effects because we do have a lot of ramp now. Oh, Imperial Seal. Interesting. Is that good here? I'm not actually sure how good Imperial Seal is in draft like this. It seems okay, but maybe not the greatest. Actually, if you look at our mana base, looks like we're turning more into a blue-green-red deck, maybe splashing for black, which makes the skin render much worse. I don't know about this. I think we'd rather just take the Deep Analysis than taking the Imperial Seal. Maybe this is wrong, but it doesn't feel wrong. Settle Beyond Reality, Vampire Sovereign, Rampant Growth. Now we'll just take our first Deep Analysis here. Into Rakdos Carnarium. Very good pickup. Yeah, I'll take all of those Karoo lands that I can find. Companion's okay. Rift Bolt's okay. But On Color Bounce is P good. I think I'm taking the... I was going to say Seeker Squire here, but I guess I just mentioned that I might not be playing as much black. Although, you know what? I guess I have just as much black as red currently. So I guess the Seeker Squire is probably fine. Don't need the Augur Spree, I don't think. It's going to be pretty hard to cast. Yeah. 2 drops that give you value seem good enough to me. Marchesa? Well, I don't think this is good for our deck. I think it's Augur Spree here now. That or Cryptic Spires. Actually, I guess Cryptic Spires might be a little bit better. Yeah, this is just not really the Marchesa deck, so... Wow, what a pack. What? Sheesh. I suppose I don't need the 4th Rejuvenator, but Prof Bolt here is delicious, and then Disfigure would also be super playable as well. Wow, what a pack that was. Judith Wield too, it's kind of nuts. Huh, well, we're not running Judith. I think I'm going to take a Spell Pierce for the sideboard. Very weird. Yeah, I'm pretty happy I took the Altasaur over the Thraxamundar. Although, given the cards that are wheeling, there is like a small chance that Thraxamundar wheels. I don't know what pack it was in. Maybe it's too late now, but I'm liking this start here. I will need to take 1 or 2 more big cards in pack 3, but right now we are getting the top end that we need. Another Rift Bolt super late, yeah. The thing that's nice about Rift Bolt is that in these style of decks, something that you can suspend for 1 mana is actually kind of nice. Scion of Darkness? No, another Rift Bolt. I mean, I don't even know if I'm running the first Rift Bolt, but I suppose. We also have that Severed Strands in the sideboard, right? Yeah. We'll take a land here. I guess this Ingenious Scab still could make the deck too. Let's take the Bear's Companion over a 2nd Alchemy. Alright, and sideboard Skeleton. Last pick Marchesa, why not? Why the heck not? I don't think we've seen a single Coiling Oracle yet. As we move on to pick 1 and 2 of pack 3. Opened a Kolagon's Command. Pretty darn good. We'll probably end up taking that as one of our cards. There is another Karoo land here, but this one is green-white, so it's a little bit less interesting. But what would I take otherwise? Like Ground Assault? Maybe. I mean, this is still not bad. Just kind of a free roll ramp land. Maybe the Ground Assault's better than a Rift Bolt. Alright, well, definitely taking Kolagon's command here. So the question is, what's the secondary? I mean, we could take like Bloodwater Entity as well, or maybe just Mana Leak is not crazy. But I guess we'll just take the land because we're going to end up with enough playables that the land's a free roll anyway. Let's do that. Moving on to the next pick. There's a Breakthrough here. Love this card. Might not be necessarily necessary, but good. Another Deep Analysis. I think we probably want that over Breakthrough. It's probably close, though. Maybe this is too hard to cast. I don't know. What am I doing again? Sort by color. Base green, blue, splashing red, black. Something like that. Yeah, we'll take another Deep Analysis. Ooh, an Imperial Archangel. Double white's a little bit uncastable, but that's a funny one. I guess we'll just take another River Hoopoe here. Over, Thrynax is okay, Analysis is okay. Doran the Siege Tower. Probably not that. Another Deep Analysis, don't need that. Thrumming Stone is cute, and I want to draft around this one time, but definitely not worth taking here. I guess we can just take like Bloodwater Entity. No, that's not even good in our deck. Maybe Quaddle now. That seems fine. For creature-based deck, we can sideboard that in for removal. I've been super unimpressed by Domestication in this format, surprisingly. You would think it'd be better, but it doesn't really do much. I still need one more big top-end card. Give me a Villainous Wealth or something, or give me another Altasaur. We're moving into the realm of getting a little bit concerned about our top-end bombs. I guess I'll just take the Domestication, but I don't even know if I'm going to main deck it. Yikes. Yeah, we are not getting the cards we need. We need a couple more fatties. Guess we'll just take another Deep Analysis and maybe not even run it. Oh, hey, how about this? Okay. Teriel, Reckoner of Souls. There's a little bit of white for us now, but 4/7 Flying Vigilance, and then choose a creature card at random from your opponent's graveyard. Put that card on the battlefield under your control. I think that fits the role of the top-end card I was asking for, so I'm going to have to run like one Plains in the deck so I can get it with like Rampant Growth, but given that it's a 7-mana card and we have a lot of card draw and other ramp otherwise, honestly, that should not be that bad. So what are we at? 28 playables, 6 land. So 22. So just need to find a couple more playables, or we can just throw in some of these random cards from our sideboard, like Quaddle's fine. Ooh, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm actually, no. We are cutting the black, aren't we? We're cutting the Skinrender, the Squire, and the Kolagons. Yeah. We're going red, blue, green as a base. Splashing black, white. That seems better. Which means what? Sidisi's interesting. I don't think that's good, though. We'd rather take Scab Clan Giant here or the Entity. And this is a decently sized creature that also can kill something when it ETBs, so that's probably good enough. Alright, we'll get one Entity, but again, I don't know if we're main decking it since we don't actually have all that many good instants and sorceries. We have a couple, Prof Bolt and Ground Assault, but presumably the Analysis is going to be flashbacked or whatever. Breakthrough Wield, Augur Spree Wield. What's my removal like? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I guess I don't have that much removal, do I? Maybe I do need to run the red and the black, or heavier red and black. Maybe? Yeah, Thrynax Wheeling too. We'll probably end up playing that over like Scab. Doran. Alright. Last few randos don't really matter. Yeah, this deck's alright. The start of the draft was really nice, and then we just didn't see the top-end cards we wanted. What is the number one top-end card we're looking for? Villainous Wealth or one of the Eldrazi, I guess? Would have been really good. Okay. Green, blue, red, splashing black, white. Green, blue. So maybe we just want more of these burn spells after all. Also gives us access like Fiery Fall or whatever. Maybe cut the Quaddle. Cut the Alchemy. Go Fiery Fall for a little bit of fixing plus removal. And maybe get both Rift Bolts in the deck after all. That could be okay. Does that make Kolagon's command better again? Maybe. Maybe. Man, it hurts not to play Skin Render, but the double black on it, pretty rough, right? I guess it probably is just better to run Quaddle here. It's so much easier to cast than Augur Spree is. And I can run 16 lands with this deck, with 3 Karoos and a bunch of other ramp otherwise. Should be okay. So one more playable in. Question is, what is it going to be? And maybe we just go for the late game Kolagons. I know it's the same casting cost as Augur Spree, but this is better later on, I feel like, whereas this we would want it super early. Feels weird not to play Domestication, but you'd be surprised that card, again, is a lot less good in this format than it would be in regular limited formats. Okay, let's figure out this mana now. So we're going to get access to 10 basics. We do need 1 of each color baseline. This would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. It's too much blue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably need to go up to 8 green. Alright, that looks okay. Is the mana going to be maybe a little bit sketchy? Yeah, I guess Sprouting Thrynax is probably just worse than Augur Spree. Something like that. Alright, let's do it. I would call this a middle tier ramp deck. Definitely can get some wins, but well, we'll see how this plays out. Let's go to round 1. Round 1 here of this Double Masters draft with our 5-color rampy deck. On the play, ooh, we're just missing 1 land. This would be great if we did have 1 more land, but gonna have to ship that down to a 6. And yeah, that is a great looking 6. Okay. So we have turn 1 Cryptic Spires, turn 2 Rampant Growth, turn 3... well, I guess we'll see from there. Question is, what do we want to mulligan away? So we're definitely keeping all these lands and the Rampant Growth. I guess, do we pitch Teriel or Rift Bolt? I don't think we can lose the Deep Analysis. I'm going to pitch the Rift Bolt, but that could come back to bite us in the butt if our opponent is playing an aggro deck. But I guess the Rampant Growth also shuffles, so we'll see. No removal, but that is a risk I'm willing to take. Opponent's going to go like turn 1 Monastery Swiftspear or something. Okay, phew. So we might be on a slower matchup. Quaddle decent for a little bit of early interaction as well. All right, what do we need with this? We have green, blue, white, black, red. We actually have all of our colors. I guess we probably just want to get more green. The only awkward thing here is that if I do draw like a red card next turn, I can't cast it, but by getting green, I can at least go Winged Quaddle plus bounce land. Or if we draw an untapped land, we can just cast Deep Analysis here. Sure, that's fine. So yeah, this is a little bit awkward to main phase this Quaddle, but it makes sense because I need to run out my tap land, so if I don't do it now, I won't be able to do it, period. One, two, three, four. I think this is worth trading off, right? Because that means these are much more likely to get through. Let's go ahead and just cast the analysis right now. See if we draw a tap land. If not, we'll play out the forest and say go. As they have a Winged Quaddle, okay. Firemind Vessel, yeah, they'd be ramping themselves. So, we have access to 6 mana. Playing out the Arjun, I don't know if that's actually all that great. It's like fine here, but we'd really like to resolve the Teriel. Interesting. Because this is a forced ability. Very interesting. Could just play like Bear Companion, I guess. But, nah, we'll get the big 5/5 flyer online. I mean, maybe we just draw an untapped land anyways to play the Teriel. Oh, a Bant Charm. Okay, well then we don't even have to worry about it anyways. So Arjun is on the bottom of our library now. And they have an Aven Initiate. We don't really care about that. Let's see. I guess let's cycle this for a red. Then we can Deep Analysis and maybe redraw like the Arjun or something. And go Mountain, Suspend Rift Bolt. They only have 2 cards left, so Rift Bolt on the Initiate next turn. And I'm probably just going to play out the Teriel, depending on what they do here. Ah, Eternal Witness on Bant Charm's pretty good. Okay. Well, darn it. Now we're probably not going to want to run out the Teriel then. We can probably get them to use it on one of these other creatures, though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up using it on our Hoopu. I just realized that was my only blue source. Strange. Okay. Maybe that was a mistake then. I probably should have gotten an island with that. But then I wouldn't be able to suspend the Rift Bolt on that previous turn. Debating if I want to use a ground assault here on one of these. That doesn't seem worth it, but it does preserve life total. Alright, we'll go ahead and kill the Ewit. And if they don't draw much, I think they will use the Bant Charm on this. So this is just, I think, Aven Initiate from their graveyard. I hope it is, anyways. Oh, they have Villainous Wealth? That's not good. Yikes. Oh, and they hit 2 Rejuvenators, Arjun, and our Rift Bolt. Man. This is such a Mirror Breaker killer. That's so gross. Wow. Good beats. Yeah, knowing that they have a Villainous Wealth in their deck, this matchup might just be unwinnable. Nothing mattered except for that Villainous Wealth, and yeah, we are just completely wrecked by it. Big oof. I do have an Either Snipe that I could draw to like bounce, but we need to find it there. So I'm going to take 6 in the air. Not looking good. So we're going to need to bring in Spell Pierce versus them. For sure. We can try to get a little bit more aggro, maybe bring in like Scab or something, and maybe the Entity. Oh, are they going to cast the Bant Charm here? Oh, they are. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't think that really matters, though. Like, we're going to take too much damage here. And they can get the Aven Initiate. So even though I can resolve Teriel next turn, it's going to be too late. I don't think there's anything I can draw. Ah, sure. Well, that is a weird card to have in their deck. Huh. Interesting. All right, yeah. So Villainous Wealth is the only card that matters in this matchup from their side of things. We'll bring in the Spell Pierce. It looks like these Rift Bolts are not necessary. Scab for some early pressure is okay. Entity could be okay. Looks like Augur Spree is probably not necessary here. All right. On to game 2 of the first round after we got wrecked by Villainous Wealth. Our hand looks pretty good. Got that Spell Pierce as well. Don't get to Rampant on turn 2, though. Unless I draw an untapped land. But that's fine. We get to go Sanctuary here, return the Spires, and then next turn go Rampant plus tap land. Turn 2 Seeker of the Way. Interesting. So do we need red or black here? I guess red makes a little bit more sense. I wonder if they sideboarded in some more aggressive curves. That's a good draw. Alright, I'm just going to run out the Spider this turn. Good blocker. Means we don't get to cast the Kolagons into command next turn since we're not holding up, or we don't resolve out our black-red land, but that's okay. Sky Knight to turn off my Changeling for a turn. Yeah, that's good. Oh, well, we drew the black source, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess we kind of have to play out the swamp. Going for Kolagon's command this turn is just a little bit too good, I think. Especially if they have a removal spell here. Rafik of the Many. Oh my god. That is a problem. We could technically just straight up trade, but... Make them discard. I think we're going to shoot that now. They discarded their Aven Initiate. Okay. Oh, yikes, 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 yikes. So in case we draw Ground Assault, I guess we do it like this. Bloodwater Entity. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and Bloodwater Entity my Kolagons. I think that's worth it. So they can attack with Rafik here. And I'm not holding up Spell Pierce this turn, but I don't think them going for Villainous Wealth really does much anyways. Okay. I could just trade. That actually seems fine. Even though we're drawing Kolagons, I'm still happy to make this trade here. Preserve our life total for now. No, nothing? What? Ooh, that's good. That's very good. Let's go for the main phase on that. Nice, it resolved. Okay, and then we can, yeah, let's grab Teriel, I guess. Sweet. Tap land. Bounce. Bant Charm that? Oh, Quaddle that. I'm fine with that. We have the combo of Kolagon's command plus Bloodwater Entity, which means we can keep rebuying this if we want to. I don't think they're going to cast Villainous here. Hopefully this is just their initiate from the graveyard. Oh, Altasaur. Okay. Hitting a biogenic upgrade. Nice brick. Love it. We take those all day. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So Teriel. Tap land, hold up Spell Pierce. Nice. Love to see it. All right, and they only have one card in their hand. So I think we're going to go ahead and fire off the Kolagons right now. Let's see. So let's return the entity to our hand. Let's make them discard. Another initiate. Okay, and now we can attack for 4 since this thing has vigilance. And then Teriel. Oh, it's random. Oh, I'm so silly. Ah, I'm letting them... Oh, they could have double blocked. Okay, phew. Right, I forgot. I knew that was random, but then I forgot. But luckily they made a mistake as well. Phew. Okay. So now we can entity back our Kolagons. That was very bad. And say go. Oh, I guess I don't know why I didn't play Rejuvenator and then play the Entity on Kolagons. That was a mistake. Whoopsies. Could just double block here, but I'm okay taking 6. Ah, that was a good draw for them. Holy crap. Okay. Very nice. Well, if I attack with that and they block, I can Kolagons it back. I can make them discard a card they draw for the turn, too, if I want to. I'm actually losing this game now. Alright. So I'm going to take 2 trample, go to 5. They get their initiate back in their graveyard. Did not play this game very well. But hey, at least we have Spell Pierce for when and if they do draw their Villainous. Alright, gonna do that, yes. So now we can turn the entity, shoot one of their birds. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, we just bounce their token and then attack. This time, I'm going to get Prof Bolt, I think. I could have bounced my Teriel as well, but I figure that's not necessary here. Like, they're Hellbent. We have Spell Pierce for if they top deck Villainous Wealth. We should be okay. This is lethal next turn without them drawing something. Oh, they drew a 4/4 flyer. Okay. Well, if they drew a land, we would have killed them with Prof Bolt, and they know we're drawing Prof Bolt, so... Slightly messy gameplay here from me, but this should be good enough. Yeah, it's pretty good. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another Rejuvenator. Be really sad if they have a Wrath. Okay, so I thought they were playing a different deck based on game 1, but after game 2, it looks like they're actually more Bant-ish. Does that mean the domestication actually wants to come in here? It's like okay versus them, but not fantastic. Honestly, we might just want like another deep analysis to grind out a little bit more. And it looks like the Rift Bolts are actually okay versus like their 3/2 flyers and whatnot. Yeah, I think the biggest concern is just going to be Villainous Wealth, which they're not going to be able to cast till late game, and we do have a Spell Pierce, so as long as we can draw enough cards, one of them being Spell Pierce or whatever, we should be okay. Decent looking hand here on the draw. Turn 2, Rampant Growth. Just need to find a couple more lands. That's good. I don't really care about that so much, although that is going to do a little bit of some annoying poke damage, I guess. Also, it's going to be pretty unfortunate if we don't get to cast something next turn, but hopefully they don't have anything this turn. Good. Oh, that's a nice draw. I'm actually going to suspend the Rift Bolt here instead of hard casting it, and the reason is on 4 mana is when they would potentially play one of their 3-power creatures. So now they might hold it back because I have this suspended, which kind of buys me an extra turn in a sense. And then we get to go with Analysis here, see if we can find another tap land. If not, just play out the land that we had bounced initially. Quaddle? Sure. Yep, that's what I figured. So I'm going to take 4 here. Well, there's Spell Pierce, that's good. Okay, let's just take Rafik hostage. If they play like their Firemind Vessel, I probably go for Spell Pierce on it. Nothing? Well, then we're just going to immediately cast the Rafik out. Okay. Sweet. The reason we want to insta-cast the Rafik is if they kill the hostage taker, with me not casting the Rafik, then they get to get the Rafik back. If I cast the Rafik, then they have to either bounce or kill it. You know? That's fine. Pfft. Hostage taker was a huge 2-for-1 there, and they only have 1 card left in their hand. So I'm going to flash out here after they only have 1 card and 5 mana left. Just trade with one of their Quaddles. And this is the last card in their hand, whatever they're casting here. Which should put us super far ahead. I mean, look at our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could potentially wealth for 8 if they have a land in their hand. So maybe we just want to play it a little bit slow. Just cast another Deep Analysis here. Oh, that's awkward. Now I have too many spells in my hand. Maybe that was a little bit too conservative of a turn. Okay, this is fine though. Once again, they have no cards, so I can snipe the Initiate, still attack. Yeah, this is fine. There's really no wrong way to eat this Reese's. As long as I just don't play too passively here. Oh, did they draw Villainous? And we're going to get them with the sideboard Pierce? I hope so. Oh, and this is just Altasaur of their own. Good top deck. Jeez, into Eternal Witness too. Wow, okay. Yeah, that was a pretty good sequence for them. Not bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cast our own. Hoopus are good. Pass. Huh. We can Teriel next turn too. Yeah, we don't care about that. And they have the Coatl in their hand as their last card, so no big deal. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I could have just attacked with Altasaur. Whoops. Should have attacked with Altasaur before doing any of this. Because they kind of have to trade off here. Otherwise, if they take... Well, it doesn't really matter. All I know is I've played this game pretty loose, but we're so far ahead that hopefully they don't hit like the 1%er to kill me. But these are the situations where it's most important to continue to play correctly. You don't want to take a game where you're like 95% to win or something, you know, and actively give them the 5%. Like, it feels like I've probably made the 4th best play every turn for like the last 6 turns. So if I continue to do that, I'm giving them outs. Where they should probably just be, you know, unable to come back, period. Biogenic upgrade. Interesting. Okay. Well, fortunately, that doesn't matter. I still don't know why that card's in their deck. Are they dead on board? Oh, are they dead with that draw? Maybe. So let's Ground Assault that. Scab Clan. And obviously hitting the Eternal Witness is the best hit, but it doesn't really matter. Because even if they go block, block, take 2, 3, 4, 5. Go block, block, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's fine. Nah. What am I talking about? We don't want to lose Teriel. That doesn't make sense. Four, 7 Flying Vigilance, random. Okay. I was kind of hoping they would draw their Villainous Wealth and we would get them with the Spell Pierce, but I think, again, Spell Pierce a fantastic sideboard card when you know your opponent has Villainous Wealth in their deck. Okay, 1-0. Didn't play it well, but 1-0. Let's go to next round. On to round number 2 here of this Double Masters draft. We're on the draw. I think I only have 2 mountains in the deck. This would be an easy keep with a green source. A little bit too risky, though, if they're an aggressive deck. This one we can actually keep because we have turn 3 Kolagons. And we can pitch the Swamp here because the Carnarium adds both black and red, plus we do kind of want double blue. Okay, hey, that Rakdos Carnarium looking really juicy with this hand. Ooh, so they're playing the black-white sacrifice deck. Okay. Or like aristocrats or something. So this is probably going to be a matchup where we're going to want to bring in like the Rift Bolts would be my guess. Oh, wait. Am I playing all the Rift Bolts? Wait, am I crazy? Do I have all the Rift Bolts in this deck? I must be crazy. Okay. Turns out I'm just a mad lad. All right, let's play the tap land then and go ahead and just suspend the Rift Bolt for now. And that way we still get to kill something and play Deep Analysis next turn. I mean, obviously I could play untap land and hold up both of these, but I kind of want to play the Rift Bolt suspend so they're a little bit scared to run out. Wait, what? Now I'm confused. I mean, maybe they just have so many threats, but that seems really strange to run out Campbell when your opponent has suspended a Rift Bolt. I don't know. They do get the drain, but that's a little bit strange to me. I want to draw like one of our rejuvenators here. Darn it. Okay, a lot of removal, so now we just need to survive. If we play Mountain next turn, we can go both Ground Assault plus one of these 3-mana removal spells. 5 mana. Is this a Sovereign? That would kind of be annoying. Oh, just on Burial Rites. Ah, okay. It all starts to make sense now. Teriel. Go ahead and Ground Assault the Campbell now and pass. Yeah, between the drains and the random hits from the Carrier Thrall, we're actually losing. Kind of sucks. I wonder if they're just going to Unburial Rites it again. No, they have a 6-mana spell this time. Obnixilis. Whenever another creature dies, but a 1/1. Okay, so we can... Oh, wait. Never mind. I was thinking I would Kolaghan's Command the Thrall in response, but if I do that, then they could sacrifice their Scion to give this another 1/1 counter. So we just have to actually Augur Spree that right now. Go down to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pass. Assume they're going to unearth, or rather Unburial Rites, the Obnixilis. Man, we're losing to that Carrier Thrall by itself. Wait, okay, that's fine. Feels like a card we actively want them to have there. Sure. So let's, in response to this, kill that, blow up that. Then we can either play Altasaur or just straight up Prof Bolt the Judith. Seems like Altasaur has the highest upside. Finally hit a Rejuvenator, even though that's a little bit too late. I guess hitting a white source on the Rejuvenator would be good, though. There goes Hostage Taker and Webweaver Changeling. Darn it. Yeah, we're still not out of the woods. The Obnixilis coming back is going to be a problem if they have a removal spell for my Altasaur. Yep. So no searching my library. Okay. 2 cards left in their hand. That's a pretty nice draw. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Man, I want a deep analysis here, but with the Judith on the battlefield, it's super sketchy to do that. Yeah, but I think I probably have to if we want to win. Okay, that wasn't bad. We have all of our haymakers in our hand is the biggest problem. Like, I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 9 mana, and yet I cannot cast more than one of the 4 spells in my hand a turn. Pretty awkward. Oh, well, that's good beats. GG. Probably wasn't going to beat that anyways. Just a little bit too much slurp slurp there for me. They don't notice, though, that this doesn't actually trigger, so we aren't dead here. This is non-token, right? Yeah. But I don't have a way to gain any life back. Like, the Judith triggers herself. Whenever a non-token creature... Yeah, the Judith triggers herself, so I don't think there's a way to get out of being at 1 life here. Damn it. That's too bad. Well, what are you going to do? Guess I got to prof bolt them and see if there's something. Ah, see, the Hoopoos would have saved us too, but a little bit too late. All right, good beats. Just a little bit too much early drain. Domestication might not actually be bad versus them. I want to bring in Skin Render, but we can't afford that. Yeah, Domestication actually looked pretty good. Oh, wait, I guess they have a bunch of sack... Well... No, wait, they didn't... Well, we can assume they have more than just Phyrexian and Altar, right? They probably have, like, Blood Flow Connoisseurs and stuff. So maybe I don't bring that in. I know in my Aristocrats video, yesterday or the day before, people were commenting, why didn't I play the Phyrexian Altar? The card doesn't do anything. Like, it is a sacrifice outlet, yes, but it's not good enough standalone to warrant playing it, really. Like, if it was a Goblin Bombardment, hell yeah, absolutely. But that it is definitely not. All right, we'll just submit it back as is and be on the play here for game number 2, where we probably have to take a double mulligan. I could keep this hand, I guess, and hope. Or hoop. This feels safer to mulligan to 5, though, and hope to hit some green ramp. Okay. That's better. So we can pitch Island and Forest here. Then go turn 2 Rampant Growth for a Mountain, turn 3 Rejuvenator. Okay, I mean, it's as good a mulligan to 5 as you're going to get, I suppose. Obviously getting a Mountain because we can cast the Rift Bolt with it. Karoo here would be great. Darn, no Karoo. So we get a green source. One of our deep analysis was just put on the bottom, which kind of sucks. So we want to draw like deep analysis number 2 or Prof Bolt are probably our best draws. Dark steel plate, interesting. That is not bad, I guess. I'm going to basic land cycle that for swamp. And now we're 1 land away from hard casting Teriel at least. We wanted to main phase that, right, for our land drop for the turn in case we do draw another land. I like how we have Wooburg here. Nice. Strands of Undeath make me discard 2 cards. Fantastic. Well, losing out the Rift Bolt's not too bad. Losing out the Teriel kind of sucks, but no guarantee we're going to cast that for a while anyways. So let's just rip deep analysis. We did shuffle. That is not an analysis. I think they get the ability to regenerate, right? Yeah, it doesn't give the creature the ability. They retain, or it's the enchantment that has the ability for the creature. Excuse me. Oh, there's Kambal, and then they're going to equip it. Nice. Okay, well, mulligan to 5 and then get mind rotted. Pretty strong. As good as our mulligan to 5 was, which it was good, doesn't look like we're going to be able to get out of this one. Oh, you know what? I should be holding lands now for the Arjun. Okay. That was a top tier draw. I forgot we have 2 Hoopus in the deck. Okay, okay, hold up. Hold up. What? Why do they block? Unless they want the mana? Slightly confused. That's a free roll attack, so let's block. Make them have it. Yeah, they didn't. Are we just sitting on this Hoopu, I guess? I guess we are. Okay. Man, I thought we were dead for sure, but then we drew the Hoopu and they didn't have a removal spell, so. Now they're just passing? Holy smokes, we're doing it. Yeah, I see no reason to not just keep activating the Hoopu, drawing extra cards, gaining more life. We'll hit some lands eventually, and that is a nice hit, because we can also steal the Darksteel Plate with it. Wow. Vidalcan Orrery, what on earth is going on? How are we not drawing lands, by the way? I don't know. You made this Darksteel Plate? No, my friend. I made the Darksteel Plate. And we're going to sit back. What is going on? I can't draw land. I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain because we're crushing them. All right, let's go ahead and target the Kambal with the Prophetic Bolt and look for land. crazy if I don't find a land here. Okay, we did. Nice. Let's go ahead and suit up the Hoopoe. Kill it in response? Sure. Alright, that does put the third creature in our graveyard for Webweaver Changeling as well. I'm going to assume they don't have anything here, and I go ahead and attack even though they have the Orrery. We can blow it up if we really want to. Oh, they do? Hey, Unburial Rites instant speed. Cute. We actually kind of wanted them to kill that so we could bring it back with Kolagons. Alright, so they only have one card left in their hand. I think what we're going to do is still just play it safe. Make them discard, blow up the Orrery. Okay. Then play a 3/5, gain 5. Smack in for 2. Only having one red source here has been a little bit awkward. Am I not running enough red sources in this deck? That could also be a thing. Graveblade Marauder, sure. Another Hoopoe. Okay, I guess this only one red source is kind of awkward. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we're just going to Hoopoe again. And probably hit a red source with this, I would imagine. Nope. Alright, I mean, once again, I'm playing a little bit passively here, so I need to start doing something. They have the Unburial Rites in their graveyard, which kind of makes things awkward, but really, they don't have a way to kill us anymore. Alright, there's another red source, so let's go ahead and just start by popping off the Kambal. Get our other red source online. Equip our Hoopoe, which I think is our most relevant creature. Then we can draw a card with Hoopoe end of turn. Then next turn we can Ground Assault the Marauder and start smacking. I don't really care if the Unburial Rites their Kambal. The reason we did that is to bait them into doing that so that we could kill the Marauder and then they couldn't bring that back. Sure. Okay, here we go. Ground Assault, the 1/4 Death Touch. 2, 4, 5, 6. Giant, fight one of their creatures. Nice, hit the Kambal. Perfect. Smack in with everything. Good. And then play out more pressure. Okay, should kill him in 2 or 3 turns pretty easily then. And we can move the Darksteel Plate now over to our biggest creature, just in case they randomly have a Wrath in their deck. What the hell did they draw? Lava? No, Lavalanche is green. They drew a huge Machias. Okay. Sure. Well, that's kind of annoying, I guess. I mean, doesn't really matter. Let's just go ahead and attack with everything. Moving the plate over to my 4/5 doesn't matter because then they would just eat the 4/4 anyways. So let's play out the big flyer and then equip that with the plate. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're 1 short of lethal. They drew another Unburial Rites. Okay. So now we'll just put him on a 3-turn clock in the air then. Funny, 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 funny. I have to make sure I don't deck myself out is the crazy thing too. I don't even know what's left in my deck. Probably not much, right? Okay, land go. We're still just going to leave the plate equipped to our 5/5 flyer because that's our main way to win right now. No need to move it over to something else. Oh, actually I can kill him with Augur Spree here by pumping my own Arjun. Right? They would go to 10 and then I would deal exactly 10. Because this is +4, -4. Yeah, that should do. Okay, that was a wonky game. Very wonky. I mulliganed to 5, thought we were dead for sure. Then we drew Hoopu, and they didn't have removal. And then we won? Wow. I mean, I guess they did flood out a little bit, maybe? Sheesh, what a game. What a freaking game. All right, Domestication looks like it does actually want to come in. Because they don't have that many sacrifice effects. What's the worst card here? Maybe it is Winged Coatl. Submit this, go to game 3. All right, on to game number 3 here. And we have a decent looking hand. Let's see. Really want to play turn 3 Rejuvenator over turn 2 Hoopu, but I guess we'll see what the opponent does. The problem with playing Sanctuary this turn is that I would have to discard a card, though. So maybe it is just better to still lead on Hoopu. And that way I can go Sanctuary, bounce a land, and not have to discard a card instead. Especially if they don't have a 1-drop or a 2-drop. Okay, that's fine. So now we can play another Hoopoe here. Bounce. And I'm actually going to leave both birds back. Because if they kill one, I want to be able to trade with the Iguanar with the other, I think. Yeah, I don't think we mind trading off one of our birds. I mean, we know they have multiple ways to bring creatures. They had, what, at least 2 unburial rights? Wouldn't be surprising if they have an unearth or something as well. Sure, I don't really care. That's fine by me. I'll probably end up regretting it, but... Nice draw there as well. Wow, we freaking bricked. Holy crap. That's frustrating. Drew a Karoo and then bricked on the Rejuvenator. Holy smokes. Oh, I forgot to add red sources too. Crap. That's really gross. Oh my gosh. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Obnixilis time. Yep. So we can bounce it for a turn, no problem. Obviously need to find red though. No red, no GG. Well, given that we've seen about half of our deck without finding a red source, that just kind of feels unlucky at this point. How many red sources are in my deck? I think I have 2 mountains, the black-red Guildgate. Interesting. So if I block, they get back Eye Blight's ending, and this turns into a 5/5. Okay, that's good. Let's see, do I have a use for that white? No. Do I have a use for that black? This is where drawing a Quaddle would have been really good. Holy smokes. Where are the red sources? Thank God. That might be a little bit too late, honestly. Like, we might be dead now. Alright, don't need the tap lands anymore. They had another Eye Blight's ending. Which actually means I'm out of range. Oh, maybe they just have another removal spell anyways. Or rather, the Obnixilis is out of range. Oh, weird. They're going to get back their Eye Blight's ending here instead of attacking? Huh. Well, I don't think... Are they going to Eye Blight's ending my Rejuvenator to get in? That doesn't make much sense. I think they're supposed to just pass here. Okay, that actually ends up working out for us. Oh, they can't even Eye Blights. This is an elf. Because now I might be able to double Rift Bolt that thing. That's my only chance here. Holy crap. So they have an Eye Blight's ending and 2 unknowns in their hand, although maybe one of them is a bounce land. I don't actually remember. Guess who wishes they had some hoopoos? I do. Hey, I like that. Exile a creature. Exile a 2-power creature to give me 4 life. What a gift. Holy, holy, holy hell. We are right back in this. Looks like they might be flooding out a bit too. All right. They drew something. Is it Mikaeus? It is a very large Mikaeus. So I cannot combo these. That's 1 damage short. So I'm gonna have to Prof Bolt their face and hope to hit something here. Kolagon's Command. That's actually really good. That's really good. Okay. We can make them discard the Eyelight's ending that we know is in their hand and like bounce our or return our Either Snipes to our hand. Return our creature when we gave it target play discards a card. All right. Or we could get the Hoopoe, but then I'd have to like chump that anyway, so let's get the Snipe. Let's make them discard the Eyeblights. This will be a huge tempo turn where we get to snipe the Mikaeus. Hey, hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could actually evoke this. No, that's not right. And then play the Teriel is what I was thinking. But we can play the Either Snipes here. And this is an opponent controls, right? Yeah, so I don't have to like fight my own thing. Oh. They're going to go for a slightly smaller. Okay, this works out because now we can now we can Scab Clan plus Fiery Fall, regardless of what gets hit here. That's a nice draw too. 2, 4, 6. Scabbers. Nice, got the hit on the Judith. Green, I have... Oh, I only have 2 creatures in my graveyard, but... I guess it still makes sense to play out the 3/5 this turn. Because this way, if they draw a singleton removal spell, it doesn't work. We can still double block profitably. Nice, and land for the turn. Okay, we have turned the corner. 2, 4, 6, 7. Teriel. Boom, baby. Play the land so we can hold up Fiery Fall. I'm not going to attack here because it's not lethal. Like, if they just didn't block and then drew a removal spell for Teriel, we would lose. That's fine. It's a good hit as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So perfect mana there. So let's see what this hits. Domestication for the turn. I like it. Now we go kill that. And we attack for lethal, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Seems like we pulled a couple of these games out of our butt, but hey, I'll take it. Let's go. 2-0. On to the next. Okay, on to the finals here of this Double Masters draft. We are on the play. Ooh, I like keeping this hand on the play. We can cast both the Kolaghan's Command and the Rift Bolt, so if the opponent is on a slightly more aggressive deck, then we have a couple of ways to stop that. And yeah, with one green source or even a blue source, we are ticking off. So it's a strange hand, but I think this is very keepable. I don't think you mulligan. And who knows, maybe we rip a forest off the top and we just get to cast turn 2 Rampant Growth anyways. You never know. Okay, opponent kept their 7, and we are off. Gonna do the thing that we do. Turn 1 Forest, Experiment 1. Okay. Apparently they are gonna be on a slightly more aggressive deck, so... Good news is, we have drawn another castable removal spell, well, since we didn't draw land, that is. Hardened Scales! Oh, baby! We might be in for a fun time here. Ripped the green source, because I'm a champion. So... Gosh, I want to cast Rejuvenator this turn, but... This turns into a 3/3. It's probably just safest to kill that thing off. And I think we're going to do that with Kolaghan's Command here. Make him discard a card, and let's just shoot the Experiment 1 right now. Next turn what I can do is like suspend Rift Bolt and cast Rejuvenator. Seems pretty good. Kind of scary. Like, if Hardened Scales is in your deck, you probably have a really, really good 1/1 counters deck. But, I mean, our hand is kind of perfect for that deck. Not sure if we have much sideboard versus it, though. I don't think Domestication is usually all that good versus these style of decks, because they often have a lot of pump spells as well, you know? Alright, gonna pause it here while the opponent's taking a second to think about what they want to discard. Okay, looks like they disconnected for a moment, but are back now. They discarded a Cryptic Spires with that. Come on, OP. They've disconnected a few times. They might be having some internet issues. I don't know. Well, hopefully we get an actual game here that doesn't take too long. Okay. At least for you folks watching, it's not going to be very long of a wait time, but yeah. Looks like they're just having internet issues. Ooh, that's interesting. Because if I don't kill that now with one of these, then they get to simply turn that into a 4/5 next turn. So I think I have to just keep killing their creatures at a timely pace here. Next turn we can Augur Spree plus Rampant Growth. I think we just need to keep killing everything they run out, you know? Oh yeah, Creekwood Liege now too. Jeez Louise. Their deck is scary. Go get an island. Nice, and then we got a pass. Okay, that's perfect. So we can go, actually, yeah. Lead off with Deep Analysis. Untap land, Rejuvenator. And that is the second brick today we've had with Elvish Rejuvenator. That sucks. Good beats, though. Pontiff. I guess they're going to kill my 1/1. Sure. And a Dregmangler. Okay. Another deep analysis here for us. We only have one blue source currently, though, so I need to pick and choose what I want to cast this turn. I guess it's just going to be another deep analysis for mana efficiency. Then we can go Aqueduct. Bounce black. Say go. Ooh, that's a nice draw too. I think it's probably better to Hoopu this turn plus hold open Fiery Fall. And see what they do. I'm gonna Eye Blight's ending. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna let that happen. And then just plan on using Fiery Fall on the Dregmangler. Hoping that they second main phase scavenge onto their Pontiff. Because if they do that, then we get to Hostage Taker the Pontiff. Allosaurus Shepherd. Okay, that's also fine. And yeah, they're going to go ahead and do that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we have perfect mana here then. We can Hostage Take the 5, 5. And it doesn't matter if they get it back anymore, so we're not going to bother playing it out immediately. I'd rather just wipe their entire board. Ooh, Grimflare's a nice one. Yeah, do they have like an ambuscade? They need to kill my Hostage Taker right now. Oh, wow, they killed the Scab Clan. I guess that makes sense. Alright, I'm at 11. That thing has Trample. It's a double green activated ability, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can go ahead and deep analysis here once. Nice, great draws. Let's go ahead and play out this Allosaurus for 1. And then I'm almost tempted to bounce my Hostage Taker. But we could also just play out a 5/5 here. 5/5 flyer, that is to say. And they're going to need to top deck something to push through. And if they don't, that's probably GG's. What did they find? Cycle Unearth, okay. Into a Seeker's Squire, revealing a land. I like it. So, what I can do here is, since we don't need this Teriel, since we don't have white, I can go 2, 4, 6, cast the Either Snipe, put both of these on the bottom, draw 2 fresh cards, and then bounce the Hostage Taker to my hand. Bounce the Hostage Taker, cast it. Don't need the Rejuvenator or the Companion. Yep, and they're just going to concede. Perfect. All right, so our draw was fantastic there. I mean, we drew 3 or 4 early removal spells, and then we're just able to stabilize and beat them down. So it looks like the Hardened Scales in their deck was good, but not crazy crazy. So that's a good sign for us. Kind of like bringing in Thrynax on the splash versus huge creatures that don't necessarily trample. Don't know about domestication still. I think it's probably just bringing in the Thrynax. And maybe cutting one of these random top-end cards. Maybe cut a Deep Analysis on the draw seems okay, actually. Go to game number 2. Okay, we're on the draw. We don't have a black source. That's not true. We can cycle Fiery Fall. Okay. I'll keep this. It's not great, though. That made it a lot better, sure. Now we have a 2-mana removal spell that we can cast next turn. Oh, there's the Hardened Scales again. Let's see. Do we want to get the Hoopu online here? I guess that's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the Hoopu online. Because playing out the Sanctuary is actually a little bit awkward when we have the Ground Assault until later on in the game. So hopefully this is just a Tuskguard Captain. Perfect. Because we can go Mountain, Ground Assault that, smack for 1. So my shields are going to be down for a turn here, unless I draw an untapped black source. Okay, that's fine. Good. We were hoping they didn't play another Outlast creature. That's going to be a good one. Let's see. Play the Aqueduct. Bounce Island. Say go. Preserve our life total. There's the Experiment one, yeah. Seeker's Squire, sure. They drew a Basilica. And Unearth on the Tuskguard Captain. Okay, so they are kind of popping off here. Thrynax was good, but we need to... So I think what we're going to do here is go Forest, Hostage take the Experiment one, and then cast it out immediately. And then the nice thing here is that if they do level up the Tuskguard Captain next turn, it turns into a 5 toughness creature, and I can go Island Fiery Fall it. So it looks like we're doing okay. Ah, they decided to ambuscade my hostage taker. That's fine too. In which case, I don't even need to do anything. We can go ahead. Ooh, that's a good draw as well, right? Let's see, red, green, and a black. Yeah, okay, red, green, black. Thrynax. It's going to pump up our Experiment one. Green, blue, and 1. Rejuvenator. We want another red source here instead of another blue-green. And go ahead and attack. Okay. So now our game plan is to use up these removal spells and then start drawing extra cards with the Hoopu. Ooh, Anointer of Valor. So that's actually more of a problem now than the Captain is. So we're going to have to kill that. Hey, Teriel's nice, though. So 5 damage, kill the Anointer. Bounce a land. Attack for 1. Path the Thrinax. Okay, that was good for them. We don't need any more green. We don't need any more white. Blue or black. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, wait, it did matter. I needed to grab another black. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I punted. I needed to grab black there. Wow, I'm bad. Okay, let's double block the Oh no, let's just chump the Mangler. Take 4, go to 11. Play the Teriel. That's going to turn our Experiment 1 into a 3/3. And now we can just sit back. They have an Anointer that we're going to grab from the graveyard if they don't draw removal. They top-decked an Eyeblight's Ending. Holy smokes. All right, good beats. That's pretty unlucky. Jeez. Okay. So we can either regenerate here or we can just trade. And I guess getting that off the battlefield's good since they have no cards in their hand. That top deck was nasty. That was a sick draw too. Alright, so we're going to pass. Hope they don't top deck again. I messed up by not grabbing a swamp though. I would have been able to Augur Spree last turn. Alright, they're going to scavenge on their 1/1. So let's go for Prof Bolt on that. Grab another Hoopu for safety. Presumably they're going to still attack with their Tuskguard Captain. I'll flash out the Hoopu and trade. Take 3 trample. That's fine. Smack out with all would be great for us. Perfect. So eat that, chump that, take 3, 4, go to 3, and then we start Hoopuing and living life. Okay, we can green, blue, Hoopu, hold up Augur Spree here. Attack for 1. They really need to stop drawing cards. If they just brick for 1 turn, I mean, we're still smashing them here, but okay, that should be good enough now. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, let's go ahead and just keep drawing. Don't need to bounce that. That's actively bad. I think we just draw more cards with Hoopu. Although, I guess getting a 4/4... maybe we should just get a 4/4 online. And that's probably good game. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw again. Gain 2. Very good. Smack, smack. 1, 2, 3. Rejuvenator. Hold up Kolagons. Can grab like Hostage Taker and whatnot. Should be good game from there, though. Rishkar was a good draw. Don't think that's good enough, though. Let's grab the Hostage Taker. Let's go ahead and shoot the one that can attack. And we can just Hostage Taker the Rishkar. Nice. GG's. All right. Hey. Well, we drew very well there in that match, that final match, but I'll take it. Nice little 3-0 here with, take a peek at the deck again. 5-color ramp soup. Like I said, these are the type of decks that can sometimes just get there. I didn't have that much faith going into it, but hey, you know what? We had some good draws, we had some good cards, and even though I played suboptimally in some points, managed to pull off a 3-0 with some really grindy games. These are the ones I like, playing these type of games. Like, yeah, aggro every once in a while and just smashing face is great, you know, winning a draft in 30 minutes or whatever, but 2 hours of slogfest and pulling it out at the end always feels good as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you all tuning in. We're closing in on 50K subs. So thank you all for watching and enjoying the content. Yeah, we'll keep it up, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Peace out.